conclusion if possible, right? So everybody's been talking about all the, all the theory and all the different things. I want to be practical. I want us to look, so even this whole thing doesn't work out right. I want us to look into the reality of artificial intelligence, the reality of technology. How does that assist your company? How does that create your company into a better future? How does technology is being used in your company? Or most company directors would say, that's too expensive. We cannot afford. Why can't you use the regular technology, Excel? Everybody's laughing, so I know everybody's using Excel. So one of the things that I think we need to realize that, the fourth industrial revolution, what is this? It's going to change the whole face of, remember the days when those tukang ojek pangkalan was on the street and then they're putting up banners, no ojek online here. Remember those days? And what happens to them? Got swept off by technology. Whether or not they have to convert. Because the stream of technology is too strong. So if your company is not switching and moving into technology, you're doomed. Fourth industrial revolution technologies, it says, driven by AI, will continue to be fundamentally change the world and the way we work and live. So don't expect to be working the same things that you do today, tomorrow. It's not going to happen. This is, by the way, growing job demands. This is, AI, it says, see, I don't like this thing because everybody's get blocked, right? I want it to be moved. Is that possible? Move this out. But AI will automate many repetitive. So if your job is repetitive, you know what repetitive is? Every day what you do is the same thing over and over and over again. So I'm trying to explain to you what is the future of jobs. I'm not trying to explain it. This is World Economic Forum. It's telling you that jobs will change. If you are in this job, the decreasing job demand, data clerks, administrative, executive secretaries. Anybody here executive secretaries? I hope not. There's robot for that, by the way. ChatGPT, you heard about that, okay, right? Accounting, I'm sorry, accountants, but there's like a double thing here, accounting, accountants. So, very careful where you are, because jobs eventually will have to shift. Right now, our company, even our group, created programs to convert all these accountants to become data scientists. Why? How many accountants do you need in one company? But our tax, one button, send tax. You don't need those people to do the calculation of tax, balancing the books, because all done by system. So where are you today? What are you doing with your job? But then the growing job demands is data analysts, scientists, AI, machine learning specialists, big data. Okay, you tell it, you name it, it's AI-related jobs. Ones that doesn't require repetitive work. Ones that requires you to think and use your God-given talents. We're not created to do things that are repetitive. Never. We are created to think. And if you don't like thinking, you better start thinking now. All right, next. This. Oh, okay. Reskilling. A lot of the job demands today is actually because we lack leaderships, creativity, emotional intelligence. These are the jobs that are on demand today. If you don't have any of this, don't get your hopes up. I'm telling you now. You've got to have creativity. I manage the innovation for our group of companies. We have innovation centers. You know what we do in innovation centers? Creativity. if you can't create something that is out of the ordinary, going forward will be difficult for you. This is life going forward. Automation, things that you perceive as, oh, that's far-fetched. But it's already here. Have you seen the factory of Elon Musk? How many people in there? Imagine you are manufacturers here. And you're still working the manual job, you're still doing the repetitive jobs, you'll be replaced by robots. I can assure you that. Cost efficiency, reduce complexity in processes, quicker go-to-market timelines. Everybody wants to create a product. You know, back in the days, we have milk, and that's it. Milk, now you have skim milk. You have all kinds of milk. All created by the same robots. Product diversity is needed because people want, well, I want this. I don't like that. I want what I want. So eventually, all of you manufacturers will have to create products that's specifically for that person in that corner over there. Specifically for that person in that corner over there. Customized products. And that's what the premise of Technology 4.0 is bringing. Have you ever seen those machines that make the 3D printers? Crazy, right? Now you can create everything to what you're liking. There are companies now who are customizing their, my bags, for example. It's customizable. Everything, you just ask the company, customize it just for you. Why? Industrial revolution. If you're not there, you're not having all these seamless customer experience, unlocking the potential of data, understanding your customer. That's what you should be doing in your company. There should be more data scientists in your company than people who are doing all the manual work. That should be done away with. It's not working out. You know how many errors humans make? If you're excited, you'll do the work but what if, like right now, I know you're tired, you're sleepy, you just ate. What happens to your productivity? What happened to your error rate, right? Have you ever measured that? So we have a lot of things that Tech Industry 4.0 is doing. Earlier, this was mentioned. See, I've been called already, so I have to leave very quickly. So, friends, tech is reshaping us. Unfortunately, we are being reshaped by tech. Technology, we don't think that you are creating technology. You know, technology is making you the way you are today. Because of technology, now you can't go out there and wait for a taxi. You have to order through technology. Because of technology, Gojek, earlier I told you, Gojek, Ojek, Pangkalan, have to switch over, convert. Because of technology. Tech is reshaping us. Whether you like it or not, digital is the main reason. Half of the Fortune 500 disappeared. You know, there's a lot of companies disappeared just over COVID. Because of why? Conventional. They don't want to convert. I just recently was invited to big companies. I shouldn't say, but it's in the manufacturing business. So I was invited to their annual celebration. And the CEO wanted me to speak on digital transformation. And I told the CEO, I said, if I'm going to talk about this, are you ready? I said, because that means you have to change. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. I showed you earlier, this is the blueprint. All companies are moving towards this. All manufacturing are moving into this. Nobody's doing it manually anymore. Even us, we're a logistics company. We own logistic companies, so group of companies. And this is what I'm doing right now. Marine eyes. Even on the ship offshore, we have technologies. We depended on technologies. In the middle of the sea, we have VSAT. By the way, that's Starlink. Earlier, somebody told the audience Starlink. We don't know when we're the first one who implemented Starlink. So, we're quick, we're fast. But that's what we do. Marine eyes. This is what we're doing. Artificial intelligence assisted monitoring and alert. Imagine. I'm going to show. Oh, this is our command center. By the way, we do have command center. This is what we're doing. We have, proximity alert. We have ships in Africa, West Africa. They still have pirates over there. So it's no longer Pirates of the Caribbean. It's Pirates of Africa. They do. They come. So we created a bunker within the ship. So whenever these pirates came, everybody run into the bunker and lock themselves for days. So they prepare food in there. But then we can help the early alert system with this. So whenever a vessel is coming, it alerts the whole crew. Danger is imminent. Whenever there's an unplanned stoppage, or when the cargo operation is not doing well, it could be monitored through AI, artificial intelligence. Whenever maintenance is due, the engine started to get hot more than normal, our AI sensors are detecting it. Why? Preventive maintenance, better use IoT. It's more expensive for you to repair it later than doing it. So we do a lot of things. We do even this. This is ABL, by the way, our logistic company. We're creating these different things to help us navigate the worldwide and knowing where our ships, our competitor ships, who's over there and what are they doing over there. So we monitor everybody. So helps us to be on top of everything. So we have, earlier I said we have CCTV and what we call marine eyes. So we implemented this mining eyes before, bringing it into the marine. So people who are, say for example, the machine operators, they started to get sleepy. So like the rest of you, some of you are getting heavy eyes. We can recognize. You have your face has micro expressions inside. Your face, there's small openings within your faces. And we can tell from if your openings on your face, the surface of your face is getting smaller or bigger, that indicates something is happening. If your eyelids started to go up and down more than normal, something is happening. So we can understand people through AI, learning all these things, consuming data, so many data, learning what is the people who are sleepy look like. Oh, they always blink their eyes. Their eyes started going up and down. AI learned this very quickly. So, implementation, process automation. Sometimes we're too busy mopping the floor. Didn't even bother to check. Oh, the faucet is not being closed. We're busy fixing errors. But we're not thinking about how to get these errors. So I think in manufacturing, many other industries. So I've spoken to pharmaceutical companies, been asked to advise them on several things. I told them, it's not efficient. Too costly. Why? Sometimes we always want to do it the way how we do it long time ago. There's a better, efficient, and more cost-saving way that we can do it better in this future. By the way, guess what got me into this? Economic Times gave me a transformative CTO, and You know this one here? Foundry is the one that does PC Magazine. Anybody read PC magazines a long time ago, right? Mac Magazine, yeah. All these different magazines. So I got an award for this because of creating innovation. And I thought to myself, oh, I only create small innovation. And people recognize it. Why? Because we lack innovation in Asia. It's because there's not a lot of people are doing innovation. I was just talking in CIO.inc. They did a spread on me on ChatGPT. This is the latest technology, by the way. Anybody use ChatGPT? Raise your hand. Used, not seen. Used, right? So, do you know that you don't need to code anymore? I tried this. Created a code. I just put it on top. Whole lines of codes are created for me. I said, man, even people like us programmers are going to be gone. Be very careful. Times are changing. AI is ruling the world. But I don't know about you. This is, can we play the video? This is metaverse, by the way. Earlier we mentioned about having twin, digital twin using metaverse. People have been doing this. Oh, cannot do it. Cannot play it? Cannot. Interesting. Right, it's okay. Virtual reality and 3D printer. See this? No other way but to reinvent. My time is up. I need to go. But let me give you some hints. We talked about this earlier, yeah? That there are things that industrial IoT, digital twins, 5G IoT, this is going to be, by the way, please take a picture of this. You're going to be using this. You will be. 5G right now is dominating a lot of industries. 5G, private cloud 5G, private 5G has already been implemented in many factories. So you don't have to worry about security. Your staff are going to be doing things that you shouldn't be. It's private cloud, private 5G, their own tower is within their building. That's what 5G is promising. So computer vision, I mentioned to you about CCTV earlier. Quantum engine. We have a quantum engine company. And, crazy things that people do with quantum engine and trust architecture. We'll talk about that. But, I want to say that success is a journey. One of the things that most people don't realize when they do digital transformation is the number one problem is what? What is the number one problem for digital journey? People. You can have all the technologies in place. I know this in manufacturing because I've been consultant for manufacturing, many manufacturing companies. All the technology been in place, but nobody is using it. Right? See? Some of you started, yes. You have the technology. The company bought all these things. Nobody uses it. Why? Because wrong approach. The first approach should be sit down with your team. What do you think is the next iteration? Don't work in a large scale change. My point is, because I'm going to be talking about practicality. How do you transform, right? Don't deal with the big things and you want to change everything. No. Start sitting with your team. Say, how can we change in our team first? What small iteration can we do? Work from one iteration to the next iteration to the next iteration until you're completely changed. What you are comfortable with. You cannot force your employee to change everything. They're going to get shocked. They're going to say, what is smart phone? I'm not smart. They're going to get shocked. So, and then after that, you look at your processes. How often do you sit down with your processes and say, Man, our process is not efficient. But then management say, it's okay lah. How many of you go to the management and say, hey, we can change the process if we train the people? See that? So you have to train the people first to do the process more efficiently. See, you cannot have it backward. You cannot change the process, the system. It's the people first, and then the process, and then what is last. Then you look at what technology fits to your company's needs. If you get the opposite side, you're never going to get anywhere. Start with the technologies first. Your CTO, your CIO said, we're going to buy this expensive $1 million, $2 million technology. Put it in place. Never consulted with the team, never consulted what the process looks like, and then ended up with a museum of technologies. So, how do you prioritize? You know, I was in Singapore, invited to the this is the MasterCard's base in Singapore. You know, you see that thing that they do on their table? Crazy. You know, it's like Star Trek. Anybody here watch Star Trek? Then you know what age you are in, right? Because you watch Star Trek, you know. I know you're 80s. So, you know, we need to identify what area of transformation that creates greater impact, the greatest impact. Cannot change everything. You got to go step by step. Focus on area where it can reduce cost, increase efficiency, improve customer service. That's it. The rest that's just additional. It's just going to cost you money. But these three, if you can see things that can reduce cost, increase efficiency, or improve customer service, your customer will be happy if you implement something like this. Then you should do something like that. And we talked about digital twin earlier, and I just want to end with this. The video cannot play either, right? Amazing. Oh, you can. Oh, nice. Good. All right. So, no sound? So, take a look at this. This is, by the way, the digital twin. This is how metaverse assisted technology with augmented reality has helped many companies now to become more efficient in creating prototypes. So their engineering team, as they create new products, they don't need to be doing it with the real thing. They're using a digital twin. They're using this technology to create those iterations and make errors, make things that are not working. It's okay because no cost. Because if you do it with the real thing, it's going to cost you a lot. So this is something that we are looking into. All these things, all these automations, if somebody is implementing it and make fortune out of it, why are you not moving into this area? If everybody is engaging with IoT companies, and by the way, IoT is not expensive. It's cheap now. It's dirt cheap. I can tell you, those sensors, if your vendor give you 100 million rupiah for those sensors only cost you about 100,000 rupiah. Very cheap. Because of technology. Because of these things are created in factory that can create more and more in just a short time. So, at the end of the day, be the change in your company. Be the one who makes that change, because the world is changing. If you're not changing, let me tell you something. Let me finish this with this thing here. You know, the last thing to disrupt in the world when everything's already been changed The last thing that needs to be changed is you. The way you think, the way you perceive things, the way you do things. And if you don't change, you'll be left out. You'll be like the ojek pangkalan. You'll be looking for devices, smartphones, so you could be smarter like everybody else. Are you embracing the new future, or are you delaying it? I don't want to learn new things. I'm comfortable where I am. Talk to me. Have a good one.